I'm Jeanette Keynes from Jewelry Arts Inc. In this video, I'm going to show you how we solder the bail on an amazing granulated hexagonal pendant that we've been working on in the studio. So you see what we did, put our beautiful bail in there, which is a nice oval wire. And that's what I was saying before, like why bother getting all the ochre off and everything? We don't want that to reflow, which truthfully, it's too far away for that to be an enormous concern. But sometimes you're just like, let's leave it there. You know what I mean? Until we're done. So basically, Anne did a beautiful job, but there's just like a little nick in the side where the seam is. I just feel like it needs a hair more. Right there, see if you can see it. It's ridiculously tiny. If you can perceive that ridiculously small little, and what we were just talking about off camera was the whole like, should I go back in or should I not? And there are definitely times where I would tell people, you know, take the win for fuck's sake. You know what I mean? Leave it alone. But honestly, something like this, it's really no big deal to just add another little piece of solder. So for this, there's really no downside. You know what I mean? So we're just gonna like put a little paste flux there. And you know, the whole key when you're doing shit like this, like it gets people really stressed because they're like, I've got solder seams over here, I've got blah, blah, blah. But really, it's just about pulling this as far away as you can from where this is. And it's about where your flame is. Right, yeah. So how you go wrong, which I don't recommend, by the way, is you set it up however you set it up. And then, you know, you're soldering like this. So imagine this is your flame. So that means the flame's hitting here. While you're looking here, your flame is over here doing something bad, and naughty. So what you always do is flip it around so that the overflow from your flame does not hit your piece. That's the whole thing right there. Just like if I'm doing a chain, I'm going to work across like this with my flame like this so that my overflow isn't hitting anything else. Okay? Because guaranteed that little fuck, something will do something bad while you're looking somewhere else. So this is actually, if you set it up the right way, it's really no big deal. It's not a risky operation. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little paste flux, heat it up there, and put a little tiny ball. We're going to reflow it, and then that's it. So, and everybody has a different appetite for risk. Everyone giggles as I say that.
There's also like superstition. Like, I've made it this far. I don't want to jinx it.
Right. Like I did it 9 times.
You know, the thing is, you know, that is the answer sometimes. There's plenty of times I've gone over to a student and been like, are you kidding me? Get out of there. You know what I mean? Leave it alone. But this is not a risky operation because my flame is going to be over here. There's really nothing to be afraid of.
Besides the fact that your earrings are distracting.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Those beautiful pearls.
And with something like this, like if I had a little square there, I could use a square. I just put a little ball on there. It doesn't really matter. I'm just adding a small amount of solder to my seam, you know. Yeah. You know, the flux really acts like glue if you use a small piece of solder. Now, don't get me wrong. I hate that little shit may fall right off, and that's why I always have my tweezers ready to go. But it's important to, sorry, I'm like, wait, one more thing. It's important to learn the difference between perceived risk and actual risk. Because there are definitely times where I'm like, that is fucking risky. This is perceived risk. As long as you position your torch properly, you have no problems. And I know you will after watching this video. So you see what I mean? My flame's going to be over here. See that? And it flowed. Flow a little more. Life is good. This is nothing.
Awesome. Keep a doo-dah.
In the beginning, I realized that everything seems fucking traumatic, and that's a totally legitimate feeling. But as time goes on, you learn more and more what is actually risky and what isn't. So the bottom line is that just listen to me. I'll tell you what's risky.